All right, everybody, here we are at the donation session, and I cannot believe it, but right now we're up to, oh my goodness, I can't even, well, I made it too small. What are we up to right now on the donations? And I haven't even started doing a song yet. What am I up to? $640. I haven't even started anything, and I was gonna like cap this out at $500, and I'm not, and I'm an hour into it after playing some Journey and stuff. So I'm so excited, and let's do this. This is all for the Maui Food Bank. Once again, if any of you guys just want to let you know, this is a direct fundraising and charity that goes directly to the Maui Food Bank. It doesn't come to me and go through my hands and over there. You can see as the process goes. Also, I'm not accepting any of my coffee donations. If you see my donations and stuff on my About page here, please do not use that. That will not be working towards this, and nor am I asking for support donation for a cup of coffee, because everything I want to do today, I want to benefit the Maui Food Bank and all of those who have many months of challenges coming up ahead. So I want to thank you guys for it. So I've already started, so let's go. This is by Kairu. Kairu is a long-standing member here in the chat. So let's do his song. As you can see right now, I've already got queued up. The first song is, hey, that thing is kind of loud. What is that? That's my alert box, isn't it? How did it get so loud? Wait a second. Look at me. I'm making things on the fly. Alert, alert. Where's my alert sounds? Oh, where is my alert sounds on this thing? Hang on for a second. I always got to go through something, right? No, I can't find it. I'll square it off later. All right, guys. Yeah, the notifications are loud. Okay, sorry. Here I go. I'm thinking like I'm on my way, and so I'm looking at my mixer, and I don't see notification volume. Anybody with in my mixer? It doesn't say that. Oh, let me. Oh, wait. Alert. Ah, I got it up on. I think that may have made a difference. We'll find out in a second at the next alert. All right. I got it. Okay, here we go. So, our first song from Kairu. Let's do this. This is Sonic 3 Music, Final Boss. All right. God, that bass is just crushing. Ooh, weird chord slot there. That bass is slapping, man. That's sick. Okay, so from what I remember now, I remember the games from what you guys taught me have gone through, the 8-bit to the 16-bit. This has a little width to it, so this sounds like it's 16-bit. Did I get that right? Because there's a little bit of reverb and stuff on it, and there's a little width to it in stereo. It's not, that really kind of, clamped down 8-bit sound. What do you guys call it? Chiptune. It's still chiptune, but not that original kind of, Mario Brothers handheld kind of style, using the internal game software powers to write. So this one, we get to expand. Everyone's mentioning me about the bass. And what's cool about the bass is that it is on it sounds like it's a monophonic setting. And you guys may have heard me talk about this before. But a monophonic setting, when a keyboardist is playing bass like that, if you hold down one note, I'm just going to use that, and you hold that note down and you hit another note, it will automatically shut this note off and go to the next note. So it won't be like polyphonic, is you can hold a few keys down, up to 16, depending on what your settings are. Monophonic is it's only going to allow one. So what it does is it chokes off the other one. And sometimes you could set a little gliss in between it. But this one it sounds like it's got a really super cool monophonic toying around, and it's so thick. And it is, if you quote unquote, the basis of this track, no pun. Ooh, little time play change there. That bass is crushing. I love that arranger. So I know this is fading out and it's repeating. I love the switching back of the melody, the synth use as far as using different tones for that. For some reason, my mind really just stuck on the bass and the chord progression that was being played. The melody was really nice and catchy, but did some really unique chord progression there. You know, very Sega in its composition, I think it's fair to say. Kairu, wouldn't you think? When did you play, Kairu? When did you play this first? What is your, like, well, you know, I always use the soundtrack of life in music. What is your gameplay of life memory of Kairu? When it was new, so first time out. This was 1994, right? You guys said? How many of you guys played this? That's here on the chat. Something like that. Like, I mean, I guess for a lot of us, I'm not going to ask for your age, but obviously if you were playing as a kid in 94, you're probably in your 30s and 40s, somewhere in that zone here. So, I mean, I bet you that was, I was unborn. So I'll bet you there's a lot of memory tied into it, yeah? Because games do that, which I'll mention throughout my stream here, how games will bring us back to, well, I used to play with my brother or my uncle or my father or my best friend. You know, some of them are great memories, some of them are sad, but 25. And the mindset of an 80-year-old. Well, if that's the case, I'm looking forward to what might happen there when I turn 80. Wow, guys, think about it. I'll be 80 in 18 years. That time's gonna fly by. I hope I hope I make it to 70. Jesus. The social media announcement. Yes, I'm going to make a thank you for reminding me. I'm going to make that on my next break. I'm going to postpone my break until about 1:30, and then I'll do it then. But I do already the YouTube videos should be releasing now because I had it pre-scheduled. So, but thank you for reminding me. All right. Kairu, thank you so much once again for your donation and also for your broness here on the chat and always being here and hanging out. That's always so cool. Okay, Calico Fox, are you still here with us? Calico Fox, you just donated, and if that's the case, thank you so much. Zony66, how are ya? Thank you so much for coming in. And thank you for hanging out. What's a raid boss? But I don't know what that is. But thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate that. Oh, you forgot to put a song. Okay. What would you like, Calico? This is your donation. And Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. Is that what that means? I don't know what that means. I'm kind of... Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you, man. That's fantastic. So... Oh, thank you so much, Zony. I appreciate that, man. This is all for the Maui Food Bank, and it's all direct donation, straight into a Streamlabs module. So, okay. No, I haven't. Let's do this. And even if I have heard a song, because I've listened to a bazooka million of them, I'm always in for a good listen. Plus, it's going to be you and me right now, Calico Fox. So let's talk about this. This is, you want me to listen to the song Away from Final Fantasy 16. All right. I take it that would be the top one? Super cool. Okay. Okay, very good. Let's do this. All right. This is me and you, Calico Fox. Let's listen to this. This is absolutely huge. All right, this is ginormous, but here's something that's really unique about this. You know, we've had a discussion about the power of demonic, ball busting, you know, battle songs, and they all have a common, let's say, salad bar approach in the sense of, and composers will agree with me, banging timpanis, you know, ostinatos or powerful string arpeggiations and stuff that are happening, swelling horns. Just there is this kind of like, well, what else do we compose as composers to get that point across, right, Calico Fox? But one of the things that's really unique that I'm finding the composers are doing in the capacity of game composition, and, you know, like I'm new at this, only about 8 months doing this with you guys, 9 months, is there always seems to be an integration of hybrid, let's say, digi-synth stacking. It sounds like it could be my ears getting older. It could be I'm like, you know, starting to focus in on different things. But even with the more powerful horn swells that are coming up and ripping, what I call horn rips, which are, you know, you'll hear those, you know, blow up from volume, from velocity, and then they rip off, which is that kind of a vibe as a powerful accent. There seems to be kind of this integrated synth kind of vibe with it that gives it even more grittier and darkness. You know, I'm an old school composer, and I haven't done a lot of work hybrid, you know, combining orchestral works with that kind of synth approach, and that's what these new, it seems like the composers of the last 20 years have freely integrated that, and I wouldn't have ever thought to do that, and that's what I love about what I'm hearing here. Can you hear it? Bop, 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 bop. So right there with that vocal, with that choral, male choral, it seems like everything so far has been very robust male choral composition. Fairly sunk in the mix a little bit. I'm not even going to try to make out what they're saying because I've learned that a lot of game composers or the devs or everybody involved have their own language. But I don't know if you noticed that there was in unison, that synth I was telling you about, there's a little, especially in that last phrasing, where an octave higher, let's just say where maybe that's where the females may have done something in the female choral arrangement might have done something. The composer decided to put that sizzle up there on that, on that note that did that in unison. Also, I want to talk about the percussive element of this, the banging timpanis and stuff like that. Once again, I'm going to lean into thinking that perhaps this is, pulled from a module, but it's tuned. I'm hearing, it sounds to me like those big timpanis in the bottom end of that, there's tuning involved in it, so it's not just a bass drum, where a bass drum definitely can be tuned, but timpanis are the ones that are noted more for specific tunings. And so, but it's that bottom end is huge. This must sound ginormous with subwoofers. A lot going on there. You know what this has also too, really quick. By the way, this is the real graphics of the game, isn't it? This is tremendous. This is insane. A couple times I caught myself drifting into the graphics going, is this another one of the 500 games I have to try? Anyhow, there's part of the arrangement though that reminds me of the Gallant call to action of more Eastern Bloc style, Russian style compositions with the vocals. And what I mean by that is in my very small knowledge base of choral composition, that was not my focus and study. What I do recognize is that when you have, oh man, that thing is still kind of loud. I'll work on that in a little bit. What I do realize is that when you have male voices in unison like that, it's more like an honor call to action, the glory of our country kind of vibe. There is not an intense choral arrangement as far as the harmonies and everything composers can do with choral works, but it's got that intense, hardcore, dark call to action. And to me, some of the knowledge that I have from movies and stuff that I've studied, compositions on, kind of is in my mind, in my theater of the mind, is reminding me of more like Eastern Bloc composition. I like that. So I want you to just listen to it. I'm going to not stop for the rest of the song. I want you to just go ahead and pay a little attention to two things. Number one, it does sound like a snare. It could be a hybrid use of snare and, you know, some module digital work, maybe, you know, integrating it or, you know, stemming it with another sound. But now that we listen to this end, remember I was talking about, I want you to listen to the male voices in the choral, and then I want you to listen how it is in unison with this sizzling synth sound you'll hear on this side, and then I won't stop for the rest of the track. I like that octave piano. A little dissonant thing happened right there. Okay, so there was female choir back there, and that's what I loved about the strip away. You guys heard me talk about the strip away, you know, Calico. Have you heard me talk about that? And what that is that as the power of a track would get used to and stuff, and all of a sudden they pulled things out. In this case, they took out all of the percussion, and they allowed us to really just soak into the power of the arrangements. And all of a sudden, I'm going, I thought I heard like a unison of the male choir, but I couldn't put it together because there's so many things happening there. And at least in that last minute, we were able to hear that there was a female part to that male choir, but obviously the male voice was pushed the hardest, you know, and that, you know, that was the core of the melody. This was a banging piece, man. This was Calico. Thank you so much, man. That was great. How many of you guys played Final Fantasy 16? I'm probably sure that's a real stupid question. It's not a stall tactic. It's not really. I'm just saying. You guys have? Yeah. You know what? I wish I had more time in my day. I really would just sit down and play games. But I'm also afraid of getting too far off on a game and forgetting games that I haven't finished. Like I want to finish Outer Wilds, and I came across a video on Outer Wilds, and I thought I was getting kind of close, and I can't believe how far away I am from getting anywhere and thinking that I've completed it. But, you know, yeah, let at. And you know what, guys? I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually kind of getting a taste of games that I enjoy. You know, it's going to have a lot to do with how I'm feeling, my age. My dexterity is pretty good. I think I might be able to hold my own every once in a while on a, what is it in Halo when you guys would fight each other? I forgot how you guys do that. I might be able to hold my own on a basic setting or something. What is that? Maybe I should do that. I did buy the Halo package, by the way, guys. The classic, the Reach and stuff. So maybe in the near future we'll gang up on each other and have a little fun. But anyhow, real quick, let me say hi to some of the people that dropped in. Onion Booty, what's up? Let's see, who else? God, I got a lot of folks came by here. Colin Cannoli, how's it? How are you? And Catherine Buntokuchos. Thank you so much for coming out and checking out the channel for your first time. Another first timer, Durg the Dragon. as well as my usual suspects here. So I just wanted to say hi. Where are we right now? I made my screen so small. Where are we right now on donations? I'm just so fixated with the music. What? You're kidding. Wow, this is insane. Well, hey, I'm a sneak. Can I go in there and readjust my amount if I on the fly? Like if I hit my amount like within an hour, so I can adjust it, can I? I think that'd be great. Oh, the YouTube viewers are trickling in. Hey, what's up? So Gummy Bear Chewy, what's up? Okay, we'll find out when I get to that place. You know, we'll do that. Anyhow, I was in the middle of saying something and I just got bazookaed. So once again, Calico Fox, thank you so much for that suggestion. All right, my next donation comes from another longtime Super Cool Beans hanger outer, Jakester. How are you? Are you with me, Jakester? We are going to do your song. It's my pleasure, Calico Fox. Yo, sup? How's it? What up, poi? No, I'm not that guy. That's a play on poi here in Hawaii, you know. What up, poi? Sorry. So bobo. By the way, real quick shout out here. Do I have anybody here in the chat from Hawaii? Here, just out of curiosity. I know I have a few that come and hang out with me, and are from like the Big Island, and I have a couple here in Honolulu and stuff. But just was curious. All right, so Jakester, your song is coming up right now. Thank you so much for your $20 donation. I cannot believe we're almost at 800. Onion Booty, what's up, brother? Hey, Onion Booty, spread this stuff out on social media. Tell everybody, even if you know 3 people, that we're streaming. This is all for the Maui Food Bank, yeah? So, you know what I know that we know. So, as a matter of fact, all of you folks, thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind taking the opportunity and maybe bouncing this through your social media so that we continue the fundraising for the Maui Food Bank. So anyhow, H3T Pack, thank you so much, man. That really means a lot. So anyhow, let me get back to this. Jakester, thank you for your $20 donation. I still haven't figured out how to turn down my volume on my alerts, but I'll figure that out when I do my first stop in about 15 minutes. This is going to be from Jakester for his $20 donation. The name of the track he wants me to do is Teepee for Your Bungho. No, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Oh, damn, where's my fart machine? I left my fart machine, my bad. Okay, this one is called Flame Rock Refugee. Borderlands 2. Oh, is this right here, number 1? No, Jake, and you know me. So, let me know if this is the first one. Okay, great. Let's do this. Thank you very much, Jakin, for your $20 donation for the Maui Food Bank. I can't believe that we're already above $800 in the first hour, and I've set this limit to $1,500, and I've got 6.5, 7 hours to go. So, thank you. Let's see if we can continue this energy, this motion. Ooh-ah. Okay. Sending much aloha and love to the citizens and the nation of Hawaii and to the people of Lahaina. So, you know, it's a privilege and an honor for me to do this for this cause, especially since it hit so close to home. All right, guys, here we go. This is for Jakester. This is Flame Rock Refugee, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, Borderlands 2 soundtrack. All right. Well, I like that little slippery gliss that they drop in right there. That kind of vibe. I love that subtle arpeggiation. Wow, this is great. Very pensive. A little mandolin, or it sounds like. It's got a little Zeppelin vibe for me. Oh, that's beautiful. Love that in unison. That was really pretty. God, I love this track so much. What a great suggestion. I don't know where to start on this. I mean, once again, I'm going into that place because you guys know I'm not an ethnomusicologist, which means I don't know every instrument in the world. And sometimes if I say mandolin, there's 5 or 6 or if not 15 other instruments that have the same kind of sonic textures of the instruments of a certain Renaissance period or something of that nature. That being said, I love the meandering melodies that are sneaking in and out. And there was that one little part where the reed, I don't know what kind of flute or reed instrument was being used, but it was of a lower tone that was doubled by the string instrument. And with the vibrato of the string instrument, it added such a little soul-pulling effect to that part of the melody. The bass did not go unnoticed. And I'm trying to think on what kind of a bass that is in the sense of its instrumentation, but the subtleness of it, boom, boom, and where it represents itself in the tones. So in other words, everything that we're hearing right now has got a higher register in the tone value, right? So in other words, I always say from beetle fart to dog whistle. So we have a lot of things that are pushing out, tones that are going over 5,000, 6,000 K. So what happens is it's leaving a lot of room open at the bottom. So when that bass even does the subtle bass line, like boom, 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 really fills in and it really calls to life the spirit of the track for me. Nice. That's the one. It's a combo. It feels like. Can you hear the higher ones? That's where I'm getting that notion that it's 2 instruments. Perfect. Ooh. very trance-oriented section of the songs when he was doing this. Or the composer, I don't know if it's male or female. The little bass creeping. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful track, man. And what I loved about it is, well, there's quite a few things I loved about it. And one of them, obviously, is the breathing of the arrangement coming in and out and flexing in and out of the softer arpeggiations that just kind of kept us on a journey. As a matter of fact, funny enough, I'm saying that word, but it kind of reminds me a little Austin Wintory style movement in, you know, that which composers use to conjure up that vibe of looking for, in search of, or kind of wading through. But when they added that deep percussion with the hi-hat, I was like, oh, let's go. And then, but that was the peak. You know, it didn't get more aggressive. But what a great, it was a great track. And I love the instrumentation of it, since I can't, you know, like I said, I don't know exactly what these instruments are that are being played. Excuse me. It just brings to, it's a very unique composition with integrated sounds, both modules and stuff like that, live instrumentation. And somebody, I just kind of responded. First of all, Lamacat, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm going to do break time right now after this. That we were talking about that actually sounded like a live voice in the background. You know, when I was saying, hey, listen to that, doesn't that sound like it could be? So, very good ears. And Jexter, of course, thank you so much for your donation and always coming and hanging out here on the stream as well. So I appreciate that. I noticed that I have been getting some new subs and followers as well. So thank you all for that. I'm trying not to scroll too much away from my mini feed because that's how I use when people are donating and catching my requests. I had to restart my hard drive. All right, this is from the Kebab Seller. Thank you so much for your $20 donation here on the fundraiser for Maui Food Bank. It's a long-term necessity for the folks of Lanai. I'm sorry, I said Lahaina. Forgive me. It's been a long day. And, you know, for everybody out there who is having to go through what they're going through, our hearts and souls go out to you. And this is the least that we can do, is to do this for the Maui Food Bank. So this is from the Kebab Seller, $20 donation, and the name of the track is The Light in All Us. All right. Well, this is a great track. Automatically, my ears perked up to the recording technique of the acoustic guitar. The clean crispiness of it sounds fantastic. I don't know if it sounds like it might be capoed. I'm not too sure, but it sounds wonderful because I know it's all live instrumentation. I love the dynamics and how the guitar was recorded. You have your principal guitar that we started off with, which was kind of in your face and kind of intimate right here. Had a little bit of punch to it. But when the track came in, as still part of what I would consider the intro arrangement, Then it got really fat with like multiple guitar or string instrument doubling. And I could have sworn, I said, man, it could be a mandolin, it could be a ukulele, you know. Definitely steel acoustic. It didn't sound like it was nylon acoustic. And then, of course, the whole funness of that vibe. You know, that's kind of like in the world of library composition, like what I've done my whole life. That technique is a great technique. It's like a fun, lighthearted, motivational, skip to my Lou kind of vibe. You know, I'd have a publisher say, hey, man, I need that skip to my Lou kind of vibe. And I go, you're talking about the claps? He goes, oh, yeah, that's what I meant. But this has pop song construction in the sense that we had that nice intro, and then it mellowed out nicely. So we had that nice little melody. All the guitars pretty much disappeared except one small one here that kind of crunched, you know, compressed and came onto this side. So the melody would come out very much like a singing melody. And then it built and changed, and then we had a little bit of exposure of kind of that horn sound, and then it exploded into the hook. So this has really, really good song style construction to it. And if you've heard me say the saying before, great hooks that happen on a pop level is if you're in a minute to win it, you're in it. And that's an old radio thing. But anyhow, let's keep going. So this would be like verse 2. Just fatten it up a little bit. Great pre-chorus. Great pre-chorus. Oh! It's a scrub down version. What a great track. Love some of the comments you guys left there. It's like kind of a Toyota car commercial. But it does have that. Doesn't that have, without a doubt, that has a commercial, vibe to it. And we've heard that, like I was talking about the clap thing. Somebody said something about like a millennial call to action or something like that. But great song construction there. And all the vocals, la da 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 da. You see, it's in my head already. It owns me. It's already in my head. But this was a great track, man, the Kebab Seller. I really appreciate it. Hey, Kebab Seller, do me a favor. I'm assuming you've played this game, and I heard it's, from what people are saying, it's a roller coaster building game. Does it play as cool as this artwork looks? Or is it a little more 2D-ish or something? Very unique. I kind of like the idea, like building a roller coaster. You know, what a cool concept. But on the other hand, I'm right now doing, what's the spray washing one that I'm doing? The power wash. So I guess building a roller coaster or power washing. Oh, it's a theme park builder. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I see. Okay. Is somebody having an issue with audio sync? Let me know. Fire it up here. It's a top-down camera game. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Oh, Misa, thank you so much. Yeah, let me know if we have any technical stuff here. I'm looking at my CPU and everything seems to be fine, and my response on my system doesn't seem to be sputtering. So if you do, it might need a little bit of a Heimlich maneuver. So, yeah. The frame rate, I don't know. My fearless leader, I'm a Sneak, and I went through my settings on the OBS a while ago and seemed to have straightened everything out. So I know that people have different experiences based on connectivity, but just lay all the blame on me, man. I could take it. It's my system. It's my GPU, my PSU, PTT, STP. I don't know what they call it. It's all me. It's all me. Excuse me. Oh, it's a buggy website. Okay, I'll take that too. Okay, the kebab seller. Oh, are you guys getting ads? I don't believe I enabled ads, or is that natural? I don't know. Oh, that's a bummer. Little Pan Panda, are you here with me? Little Pan Panda, how are you doing? Let me see. Let me do this. This is Hikari. Hi, Little Pan Panda. How are you? Thank you so much for your $20 donation and requesting this song. I want to thank you so much for even coming and hanging out here on the stream on a Saturday when people have a lot of other things they could possibly do. You're hanging out here on the stream. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. All right, so let's have a little fun here, Little Pan Panda. You want me to listen to Hikari punishing Gray Raven. Let's see what this is. Ooh. Nice graphics. Okay. Let me see. Would it be the very first one here, Pan Panda? Would this be yours here? It looks like it might be, but I always like to ask. Or is it? Yeah, it would be the first one. Okay, great. All right, so here we go. We are at 2 o'clock, which means I still have 6 hours of streaming to go. I am so energized and so pumped with people like Pan Panda and everybody thus far who has pushed the donations over $1,000 in 2 hours. And I'm just elated. And I want to thank you all so much for helping up the Maui Food Bank and all the folks there that have such a long path of healing. But, you know, the arms of aloha from around the world, let alone near and dear and close to Lahaina, has been tremendous to watch. So whatever we all can do is fantastic, and doing it here on this Twitch stream it's a wonder for me, because, you know, old guy playing with technology, and Twitch is my very first live streaming experience, and so it's just fantabulous. All right, Little Pan Panda, let's do your song. This is Ghost Final, Hikari, Punishing Gray Raven OST. All right. Whoa. Man, this is mean beefcake for sure. I like the two-step. That. This is so badass. This is so insane. I love the fact that the composer really likes to dive into that two-step vibe. God, I love that, especially when you have arrangements in the background that are holding, if it's not the hi-hat, you have arrangements that have that agitated kind of 16th, that kind of vibe. And also, this is really great for me to listen to as a composer. It just wakes me up to just such an incredible job that composers are doing, integrating different styles of music. But still, there's this unspoken rule of, if you're going to do music of this nature, there still has to be some kind of vocal representation in the arrangement. Single voice, double voice, orchestra, choral voices and stuff like that, to really push, the melody across. Like, there's so much vocal arrangements in a lot of game or anime stuff, that music I've been listening to, and it's so fun to listen to. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I don't think I ever mentioned this. And but for 3 years, I was actually in what was called advanced choir in high school, even though I never graduated high school. The choir teacher liked me enough, saying, "Just come back. We need you for the next season." Advanced choir and a selected group called the chamber singers, where we would go out, and I was a tenor at the time, believe it or not. And I was always heavily pulled into choral music, even though in the 70s I was already listening to Zeppelin and all the heavy music I was listening to, Black Sabbath and just all kinds of stuff. The choral aspect of my life never went away, so the appreciation for choral and vocal arrangements and songs have never drifted. It's been an automatic for me. And when I hear it in unison with, it sounds like there are some strings in this, but I'm not going to say that it's module strings, but it's almost like you have to have this. You must have this, no matter what you do and what style. We must have some choral, representation in these tracks. Oh, was that it? No. Ghost Final. Ooh, I love this. It's like a transporting moment in the music. I don't know what's coming, but... Wonderful. Man, that was great. I had no idea where I was stopping in the track. And for me to come off that long, me talking bubbles about, the vocals, how important it is that the vocal arrangements are in anime, game, and this kind of composition. It doesn't have to be anime or game or soundtrack, just in this kind of composition as well, especially the ending here where the composer used, it definitely didn't sound like it was an acoustic piano, but like a digi piano, and the meandering notes that he played, boom, boom, nice reverb to it to keep the consistency of the ethereal vibe that was set already by the pad that the composer was playing, just these slow changes that were happening. And then, of course, her vocals, these beautiful, I think the vowel ooh that she was singing, very breathy, and then also a lot of reverb too. This was a powerful, powerful track, Little Pan Panda. Little Pan Panda, quick question for you. I'm a little confused because I can't see it and I don't read the languages I see in front of me. What was the name of the game? Is Hikari the name of the game? Is that the name of the game that, or is it anime? Forgive me too, just in case. So Kind of wanting to see what that was all about. Oh, Punishing Gray Raven is the game. Okay. And how long ago did that release? I want to try to A/B the release to the composition so I get it in my head. You know, this was a great piece of music. And it motivates me too. When I listen to music like this, as an old composer who's extremely burnt out in writing music, 2019, okay, thank you. And I listen to this, it's almost like I got to admit, look, guys, I love writing music, and I've written thousands of tracks for libraries and stuff. And I highly doubt that I'll venture back into deep writing ever again in my life, only because I'm tired, I'm done, you know. Doesn't mean I can't appreciate it, but you know what I liken this to, this experience you guys put me on. It's like when I watch all the surfers, skaters, BMX, you know, things that I was in as a kid. What they're doing now, I could never, ever consider doing. You know, surfing in the aerials and the whole thing, or BMX or motocross or skateboarding, could never, ever think of doing it. But I can understand how it works. So I could still sit in the seat and go, man, that kick flip, he just hooked that thing so sick. And I get it. I could never do it. But so I have that same appreciation in listening to composers' music and go, damn. And still have the feeling like, and that's good for you, I'm not going to try. You know, because I know how much work and passion and dedication goes into it. And a lot of my passion and dedication as a composer is kind of sieved out, but I checked off that box, guys. Don't worry about it. I've written thousands of tracks. I've done a lot of great work, so I'm not sitting here going, boo-hoo, I'm not writing anymore. You know, it's something I've accomplished. Like what we all do. You get to be my age, you start to check off those boxes, and your body doesn't work, but you go, I remember doing that, and you can sit back and kind of armchair, couch potato kind of a thing. Anyhow, that was an old man rant. Excuse me. Okay, Little Pan Panda, thank you once again for your donation. Let me continue onward.